Hello students, this is our session 2 of chapter 4, Mr. Rabbit Plays a Prank. Let's start our session with some textual exercises. Activity number 4. Here some phrases are given for which you have to find the sentences with their meanings. Let's read. Number 1. Play a prank. It means play a trick or a joke. Now, the sentences that we can make from this phrase are: Mr. Rabbit decided to play a prank. Raj played a prank on his friend. Number 2, with all his might means with all his strength. The sentence that we can make is: Mr. Whale pulled the rope with all his might. We can make one more sentence like this: Neha pushed the table with all her might. Number 3. Have some fun. It means enjoy. The sentences we can make are: Mr. Rabbit wanted to have some fun. We will have some fun in the garden. Now, this is activity number 6 in your textbook. Here are some steps taken by Mr. Rabbit. You have to read them. Let's read. Mr. Rabbit got a very long and a strong rope. Mr. Rabbit bought a big drum and hid it in the bushes. Mr. Rabbit asked Mr. Whale to help him bring out the cows stuck in the mud. Mr. Rabbit pleased Mr. Whale by saying that no one is as strong as Mr. Whale. Mr. Rabbit pleased Mr. Elephant by saying that he is strong and big. Mr. Rabbit asked both of them to pull the rope when he beats the drum. Now, from these sentences, you have to answer these two questions. Let's see. Question 1. Did you like the prank played by Mr. Rabbit? The answer is yes, I liked the prank played by Mr. Rabbit. Question 2. What did you like the most about Mr. Rabbit? The answer you can write is: Mr. Rabbit was small but clever. I liked that even a small animal like him can trouble the biggest and the strongest animals by using a clever trick. Now, students, in this chapter, many adjectives are used. Adjectives means describing words. Adjectives are the words used to describe nouns or pronouns. Adjectives tell us more about the number, size, shape, color, etc. of the nouns or pronouns. For example, this is a beautiful bag. That means beautiful is an adjective or a describing word. It describes the noun bag. Here I am talking about only one bag. Therefore, I have used the adjective beautiful. But if I have to make comparison between two or more bags, I will have to use different forms of adjectives like more beautiful or most beautiful. So, different forms of adjectives used to make comparisons are called degree of comparison. Now, there are 3 degrees: positive, comparative, and superlative. Let's understand each in detail. Number 1, positive degree. It is used to compare two nouns that are equal in quality. For example, Tina is as tall as Sima. That means Tina and Sima are equal in height. Number 2. Comparative degree. It is used to compare two or more nouns when the quality of one is greater than the other. For example, Rosie is taller than Diya. Children, you can notice here that I have used a different form of adjective. Instead of tall, I have used taller than because I am comparing Rosie with Diya. Number 3. Superlative degree. It is used to compare more than two nouns when the quality is greater than all the other. For example, Meena is the tallest girl in her class. That means I am comparing Meena with all the girls in her class. If you remember, children, this we have learnt in chapter 3 also. Chapter 3, our solar system. Comparison of adjectives. Let's recapitulate this. Here, the first fish is big. The second one is bigger than the first one. And the third fish is the biggest. Similarly, the first apple is small. The second apple is smaller than the first one. And the third apple in the picture is the smallest. That means here big is positive degree, bigger than is comparative degree, and the biggest is superlative degree. Similarly, small is positive degree, smaller than is comparative degree, and the smallest is superlative degree. Here, children, always remember to add article the before the superlative degree. Therefore, I have written the biggest and the smallest. Similarly, when you are writing comparative degree, don't forget to write than. Therefore, I have written here bigger than and smaller than. Here is activity number 7 from your textbook. You have to collect some objects like pencil, eraser, etc. and compare their sizes using expressions like as long as, longer than, the longest, as big as, bigger than, the biggest. Let's see how can we write such sentences. Number 1. My pencil is as long as your pencil. Diya's pencil is longer than Rahi's pencil. Rima's pencil is the longest. That means the first sentence is in positive degree. Second is comparative degree. And third one is superlative degree. Let's see next. Tina's eraser is as big as Meena's eraser. Man's eraser is bigger than Rita's eraser. Jay's eraser is the biggest. Similarly, the third one, your ruler is as short as Mita's ruler. My ruler is shorter than Riya's ruler. Geeta's ruler is the shortest. So children, this explains us that whenever we are making comparisons of different objects, we use different forms of adjectives. Exercise B. Here, one paragraph is given. We have to read and understand and answer the questions. Let's read. Hello, my name is Laura. I am 11 years old. This is my family. My mummy is taller than my dad. My uncle Pablo is 35 years old and my aunt Betty is 30 years old. They are both shorter than mummy. I also have a little cousin Bang Bang and he is older than my little sister. Here Laura is making comparisons between her family members. Let's see the first question. Who is the tallest? Now, as Laura said that her mummy is taller than her dad and her uncle and aunt are shorter than her mummy. Therefore, who is the tallest? Yes, Laura's mother is the tallest. Question 2. Who is the youngest? Now, in the last line, Laura says that she has a little cousin Bang Bang, but he is older than her little sister. That means Laura's sister is the youngest. Question 3. Is Laura's dad taller than her mummy? No, Laura's father is shorter than her mother. Question 4. Who is older, Betty or Pablo? Now we already know, children. Laura has already said that her uncle is 35 years old and her aunt Betty is 30 years old. So the answer is Pablo is older than Betty. Students, let's practice some of the degrees of comparison. You can read after me. Positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Let's start. Number 1. Big, bigger, biggest. 2. Small, smaller, smallest. 3. Tall, taller, tallest. 4. Happy, happier, happiest. 5. Strong, stronger, strongest. 6. Hot, hotter, hottest. 7. Cold, colder, coldest. Now students, I am sure you will be able to do this homework in your notebook. Fill in the blanks with the correct adjectives. After reading each sentence, you have to decide that which degree of comparison you will use here, positive, comparative or superlative. Read the sentences carefully and do your homework. Now there is one more homework for you. If you have read the story thoroughly, you will be able to do this. Here the sentences are jumbled up. You have to arrange them in order by giving numbers 1 to 8. I hope students you all are doing your homework regularly and reading the chapters taught so far. In the next session, we will learn more about comparing different objects. Till then, study well. Bye.